Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Padel Pulse podcast powered by TSH Padel. Guys, Padel is back with a bang! Thanks to Leo Augsburger and Martin Di Nenno, what just happened in Madrid is mind-blowing. Let's get into this, guys. Ismaeel, if there's a team that you believed in, if there's a team that you said will be able to achieve great things,
what a pick.
It was this team.
What a pick.
Martin Di Nenno, Leo Augsburger, champions at the Madrid P1. Your thoughts on them?
I told you they're built for it. They are built for it. Augsburger has fully arrived. He is the man. He's the man. He's the best player on the left in the world right now.
Okay.
He was the best player on the left this entire tournament. You guys left Di Nenno for dead. You forgot how epic his defense was. You forgot how fit this man was. You saw the desire. Just look at the body language on the changeover. It's just pure heart. It's pure grit. They didn't fear any moment to take down Chingotto Galán, Stupa Lebrón, and then the Kings, Coello and Tapia. The way they did is magnificent. And from a set down in the last two matches, we counted them out. Today they were broken twice in that first set. It looked like it was over. There's no doubt. Augsburger is an animal. He has no fear. He does not feel fear. He has an insane confidence that I haven't seen any player on tour have. He does not fear the moment. He knows he belongs. He said he's going to be number one in this short offseason we had. Di Nenno keeps talking about how he's going to be number one. He believes it. He plays like it. He played like it today. This is someone who knows he's the best. He's unbelievable. Is he the most athletic? The smash was incredible. Even when he misses, you know he's going to make up for it. He's unfazed. It's magic. Watching him is magic. This was an incredible run from them. They absolutely deserved it. Gutsy wins. There's no fluke. They won the pressure points. They won the tiebreakers in the final set against Stupa Lebrón. They won the closing set against Coello Tapia. Gutsy. What more can you want? They're here. This team is not going anywhere. I told you they're here.
It's extremely impressive. It's extremely impressive what they did. And they came back many times against these elite teams that we keep on talking about. And honestly, I couldn't have been more wrong about this team. I couldn't have been more wrong. I said this is as short term as it comes. I was sleeping on Di Nenno really deeply. I was sleeping hard. I did not think Di Nenno was going to come close to the level that he played at right now. And like especially the data shows like he made a final in Finland last year, which was a P2. So like he wasn't showing it. His level was showing like it was bland to me. I thought he was reaching a plateau. I thought he wasn't having spice anymore. I have no idea how he's able to keep up with these guys. And it looked like the Di Nenno of old, 2022, 2023, that kind of Di Nenno. And I don't know, maybe some of it is the matches against Chingotto Galán and Coello Tapia. Some of it, maybe they were flustered, they weren't expecting these things. But Di Nenno was hanging. I was shocked. How is Di Nenno hanging? How is Di Nenno finishing points and adapting his game? It feels like he's a completely different person. And Augsburger, the smash is insane. Like a great, really supreme smash, elite creme de la creme. And when it comes to the smash, when he fires it, it goes. It's almost night. And it's very rare to see somebody like Coello struggling to get back these smashes because he's so tall and athletic and he doesn't give you a chance to hit a really good smash. But wow, these guys, man, they deserve all the credit. Like a hell of a run, insane run, really hell of a run. Very respected run, not a cakewalk at all. And yeah, we're going to talk about these guys as the new big guys. What do you think, Yousef?
You know, first of all, Ismaeel, hats off to you for picking these guys. And
I really appreciate you guys.
I said this is a type of, like we said, this is a type of player that we believe will transform Leo Augsburger. But you know, what stands out to me in this entire situation is, you know how you can identify whether someone's a superstar or not? It's can they take the person next to them and elevate them to a level that they either haven't seen before and haven't seen in a long time. And in case of Martin Di Nenno, he hasn't seen this level from himself in so long.
No, he hasn't.
And Leo Augsburger did that. He brought out the absolute best of Martin Di Nenno. He brought him back to where he knows he should be. This was a guy who was one match away from world number 1. And here he is now winning this tournament. And as you said, Haroon, no fluke whatsoever. This was a gutsy, not only final win, semi-final win, quarterfinal, dominant win. Martin Di Nenno is back on top, and he has next to him, we could say this kid might go down as the best player to ever live when it's all said and done. When it's all said and done.
Wow.
Because he's doing things. You can calm me down all you want, and you have every right to say so. But he's extremely young. And he's doing things we see on the paddle court that no one else can do. No one can jump as high. No one can smash as hard. Fine. You want to tell me defense? Great. He can't. He defends as much as he should. But they say double down on your strengths and don't go fix your weaknesses. And fine, he's working on both. But the strengths are astronomical. And we said the smash is beyond compare. But like you said, Ismaeel, the mental fortitude and just the confidence that you can see, it's there, and he believes he should belong. Oozing. And I'm watching the match; it's oozing, and you should watch the match, and you might think, okay, they lost the first sets 3-2. A break should be coming here, and we're going to finish this straight sets, and the conversation again, it's going to be Coello and Tapia, but they didn't die. And they didn't give up, and they believed, and not once did they think, okay, I lost the first set, then it's over. How can I come back against Coello and Tapia and win a match? But that's what they did. And I love that Martin Di Nenno is back to his best. But that is all credit to Leo Augsburger bringing out the best of him, because he is a superstar of superstars.
He's a superstar. He's arrived. And I want to say something about Martin Di Nenno, because I loved the body language and the way he was talking to Augsburger the whole way. He also breathed into him even more confidence. This guy doesn't need more confidence, but Di Nenno was absolutely pushing more and more confidence inside this man. And he's telling him, you're going to be world number 1. He's saying in the post-match presser, he's going to be world number 1. Not about himself. Yeah. He's saying Augsburger's going to be number 1. Yeah. And it tells you how much respect he has for this young teenager. He's still a teenager. Yeah. It's unbelievable. And Augsburger already showed us this at the World Cup next to Libak. Yeah, exactly. They were built for the moment. Both of those hungry, insane talents. Yeah. But, Augsburger has never also played with a talent like Di Nenno. And let's give him credit. He's never played with someone who's reached the top of the sport like Di Nenno. Everyone he's played with, Libak, with all due respect, Chozas, Cardona, they have not reached the elite tiers of this sport, nor have they won big titles. Martin Di Nenno has. He knows what it takes. He knows the chess matches against each of the top guys as well. And Augsburger has never played with a player so good defensively like Di Nenno. He's never had that. With all due respect to Cardona and Libak and Chozas, they are not the defensive beast that Martin Di Nenno is. And Di Nenno has never played with an offensive animal like Augsburger. No. So they have both complemented each other so well. Yeah. And on the court, it's coming to life in a magnificent way, because the chemistry is insane. Yeah. The chemistry, the body language, the cheering, the belief. I would have never imagined for it to click this quickly. Like 1 month of practice together, and these guys are already top 4, maybe top 2. I don't know how high we can call them, but they're already at the top, Yousef.
Yeah, but you make a great point with the fact that, they're both allowing each other to become their best paddle player. This is a supremely offensive player, and this guy's more of a defensive player, counter-attacking maybe, and they're allowing it the way they're able, this yin-yang, Haroon. It's really spectacular to see. But I do have to say, Haroon, here, in this final, from what I saw against Coello and Tapia, it came down to this. When Coello's level, unfortunately, began to dip, they no longer had the chance to win this match. And you I don't know if you think I'm wrong or right here, but Tapia wasn't having the best match. But yet again, it was Coello keeping them right there and having the lead and eventually keeping them in a chance to win this match. But Tapia didn't show up. Coello did. But when he began to dip, it was all over.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I expect Tapia to have these dips sometimes where Tapia is not at his best, but you expect Coello to be there solid. But we have to give them credit that they were able to force Tapia and Coello to not be there. They weren't giving him any comfort to feel it, to get into their game and let them dictate. Because if the world number ones dictate how the things are going to go, how the points go, then you know that you're in trouble and you're going to lose. And I think that like Augsburger and Di Nenno were doing a very good job at staying right on top of the net, for maintaining control and being really attacking very, very well. So I think that they deserve more credit than the Tapia and Coello deserve for that they weren't there actually. In my
No. I agree. I just wanted to make the point that like when Coello dipped, like that's what happens. This is what happens.
It looked, for a set and a half, it looked like this is gonna be a standard Coello Tapia
just
win.
Another chapter in the Coello Tapia
another
book.
Chapter when the moments get clutch, they emerge, right? Because they were up a break in that first set. It was 3-2, I think, and then they got broken back immediately and were back on serve.
2-1. It was 2-1.
2-1, and then they broke back immediately, Augsburger and Di Nenno. And then they got that clutch break, and was it 4-all?
It was over.
And then the first set was over. And it looked like the same thing was going to happen also in the second set. I agree, Yousef. Coello kept them alive because Tapia did not have his level today at all. And it was so many uncharacteristic errors from him. Even Haroon, you're talking about Tapia's dips, like the Alcaraz dips. No, this today was really a subpar level. I also want to acknowledge that, too many return errors from Tapia, too many standard volley errors, errors from the back, Bachada errors. Like, this is not Tapia's game. I don't know how much of that is due to injury, because I don't want to take away from what Augsburger and Di Nenno did.
He was there. He was playing.
He was playing. It was just really uncharacteristic errors. Tapia, in my opinion, did not play well to this tournament in general. It was not his best level. He had lots of bad moments, I thought, throughout this tournament for his standards. But I agree, Haroon, with your take here that I think Augsburger and Di Nenno deserve credit for forcing them into this corner and for forcing them to taking it to a final set where, the injury gets exposed maybe a little bit more, right? Even though it didn't look like how Tapia is so tough, he played through it, right? He was smashing from behind the baseline, even in that 4-all in the final set. Service line. So come on, how injured is he? He's really tough to push through that. But it's credit to Augsburger and Di Nenno. They forced them into that position. And I love it. It was gutsy. Gutsy win.
Guys, this is an absolutely iconic run, okay? And, in the beginning of the season, just a few months ago before Cardona and Augsburger left each other, they were the only team to beat Lebron and Stupa, Galan, Coello and Tapia. Not in a row, not in the same tournament, the only people to beat those three teams, period, in the season.
This year.
And Haroon, they just went and beat them back to back to back. And Stupa Lebrón came back from a set down. Coello and Tapia came back from a set down. Galan won in straight sets.
Dominated Galan.
Yes.
And not to mention before that, Barahona and Garcia seeded 12. Exactly. They dominated them.
Exactly. So my question is, was this the greatest title run you have seen in Padel, Ismaeel?
I can't recall a greater run. I can't remember a greater run when you have to take down seeded 12, seeded 2, seeded 3, seeded 1 in a row. Are you kidding me? And you're talking about along the way, there's a Galan, there's a Stupa and Lebron, and then Coello Tapia, arguably, the goats of the sport. This is iconic.
Haroon, do you agree?
I agree, because we kept on talking about this, several months ago, many times. Like, is anybody going to be able to beat Coello and Tapia, Galan, and maybe possibly Stupa Lebrón along the way? Like, we were just saying, yeah, fine. Like, nobody, like we were talking that nobody would be able to beat the top two. So Coello and Tapia and Galan in a row. Like, we were talking about, that's an impossible task. Maybe you beat one, but you lose the other. Like Cardona and Augsburger did before, where they beat Galan, and then they lose to Coello and Tapia, or they lose to Stupa Lebrón, or they beat Coello and Tapia, then they lose to somebody. So it's like nobody was able to do it. So you felt like it was so far. Stupa Lebrón were also doing that. They beat Galan, then they lose to Coello and Tapia. They beat Coello and Tapia, then they lose to Galan. So it's like you felt like nobody is has the stamina or power to go through the top 2 teams, let alone the top 3. So, and these, like Ismaeel saying, like these are not only the best players that we have right now, these are arguably going to be probably the best players in the history of Padel when it's all said and done. Like these guys are making history right now, and you beat them in their prime, arguably. So in a row, hats off. Probably it has to be the best run ever. Just those 3 alone, like then let alone seeded 12 with Barahona, which is something you would expect them to win as well, but still a seeded team. So you didn't get really any cakewalk there. So yeah, it has to be probably the best run in the history of Padel in a major. Not in a major, but in a P1, like a big tournament as well in Madrid. So yeah, that has to be it for me.
With all due respect to past players, whether you talk about Bella, Juan Martin Diaz, Christian Gutierrez, and you go down that, but they even said like the Padel that's played now, we can't even compete with that one. Like it's a completely different game. So how many number 1s did they face? They faced Juan Lebron. They faced Ali Galan. They faced Coello. They faced Tapia. They faced 4 world number 1s.
And Stupa and
Stupa world number 2, Chingotto world number 2. So like 4 number 1s, 2 world number 2s on your way to win this tournament. This is, I'm absolutely mind blown by the mental fortitude and just the ability and the belief to do this. This is 1000% the greatest title run I have ever seen in Padel.
I'm shocked by what you're saying, Yousef. The audacity for them to even believe
To
do it.
To believe.
They believed.
Exactly.
They believed.
Yeah.
They had their families there the whole tournament.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That was, oh man, magic.
Yeah.
Magic. We just witnessed magic.
Yeah.
I have goosebumps after this match. I can't put into words what I feel.
Yeah.
This was I'm feeling the same vibes after the World Cup final. Like this is the level of emotion I'm in.
Like as much as I love Coello and Tapia, this is a breath of fresh air when it comes to Padel.
It was so
because we
needed.
keep saying the same thing over and over again. And then Augsburger, out of nowhere, they do this. And it wasn't like you said, Haroon, this was no cakewalk. This was no fluke. No. They took down number 1, number 2, number 3 to get this done. It really is iconic. It's spectacular.
And 3 sets, like going the distance in 3 sets and
going the distance
battles,
in 2 of them,
getting broken, breaking back. Like these
back to back, going the distance.
Come on, they saved Padel. Come on, Stupa Lebrón final set tiebreak.
Final set tiebreak.
You're
not supposed to win those.
No, you're not.
They're the higher rank. They're the ones with the tournaments and the titles and the history.
Come on, final set tiebreak.
Impressive, extremely impressive.
Come on.
Come
Then Haroon, who's your MVP? Di Nenno or Augsburger?
It has to be Augsburger, man. It has to be Augsburger because Augsburger, they wouldn't be here if it weren't for Augsburger. Di Nenno tried it. He couldn't. So I think the X factor has to be Augsburger. He's the MVP for me because, yeah, he's just a beast right now. He's so talented and he's so athletic already. And he has to be the MVP.
Ismaeel?
It has to be Augsburger. Come on. He's just exuding aura. The man is walking aura on the paddle court. He fears no one and nothing in no moment. Absolutely MVP for me.
Yeah, unanimous. It's Leo Augsburger. I love Martino Di Nenno getting back to his level, but Leo Augsburger is the reason that they were able to get over this, and he's the reason, as I said, that Di Nenno believed. So, unanimous. Leo Augsburger, you are our MVP for the Madrid P1 tournament.
Hats off to you.
Hats off.
Hats off to you.
Amazing.
So much respect.
Thank you for saving Padel, Leo. Thank you, brother. Yeah. And I'd also just a last point. I loved Di Nenno's gancho and bajada the whole tournament. It was, for me, beautiful. He played Coello masterfully. I just have to put it out there. I loved how he handled Coello. Like, nobody battles Coello like this. Di Nenno has to get some credit, guys.
No, he does. He does. He gets all the credit. We just said they both. They're 2 guys. It's a team sport. They both had the greatest title run we've ever seen.
Amazing. 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 I love this. And as much as I love the story, there is also a lot of nice stories.
Yeah.
And let's get into our biggest winners of the week. Yousef, who's yours?
Guys, there weren't many big winners this week, to be fair. But there's one that absolutely stands out. And that is Maxi Arce and Pablo Lijo. These guys came all the way from the Qualies.
What a story.
All the way from the Qualies and made it to the quarterfinals of the tournament. And who did they go up against in that match? They went up against Coello and Tapia. And you would expect this should be The easiest of wins for Coello and Tapia. They fought. They clawed. They won. Took a set off Coello and Tapia.
In a tiebreak.
In a tiebreak, exactly. In a tiebreak. Eventually went on to lose in a final set, which is that like, it's tough to beat Coello and Tapia in 3 sets. But you guys have been playing this tournament for like 6 days. And you came back and you do that. And before that, you're taking down guys like Tulito and Chozas. And then after that, you take down Paquito and Berga. And then you go on. And then, as I said, the penultimate loss to Coello and Tapia. This was iconic. Maxi RC is coming from A1 Padel, and he's here to stay. Tapia said he told him what he told him at the end. He told him, you belong. And when the world number 1, Mozart, the king, says that to you, I think that's the biggest stamp of approval you can get. Maxi RC, Pablo Lijo, an iconic, incredible run in Madrid, and long may it rain. We need Pablo Lijo is established, but Maxi RC, boy, is he making statements.
Maxi RC is a problem. Second tournament in P1 and already doing damage?
He played with Stupa, and then this is the third tournament.
Third tournament in P1.
Third tournament, yeah.
Problem. Dude's a problem.
Premier Padel.
Yeah.
Dude's a problem.
Yeah. Max credit for him.
Amazing. Max credit for them. Haroon, who's your biggest winner?
Yeah, I'm going to have to say these guys have been biggest winners on our show for a while, many times, but they have to get it again, which is Fran Guerrero and Javi Leal. Fran Guerrero and Javi Leal, like a lot of credit to them for being consistent and, solidifying themselves as not just a one-trick pony where they just shine a bit. They've been consistent right now and making it deep. And they had a very nice match where they came back from a set down where they beat Tello and Cardona. That was electric to see, by the way. It was so fun to watch. And then they were able to, they had to fall to Nieto and Yangos, which are playing too good right now in Madrid as well. So they're on a different level, but still they're a biggest winner for me because I love the way they were playing. And that was a very, very hard-fought win that they had against Cardona and Tello, who's a solid team. It's very tough to beat them. So they're my biggest winner, guys.
I love them. I'm such a big fan of that team also.
Yeah, great team.
Especially Fran Guerrero. Huge fan.
Yeah, anything?
Yeah, for me, guys, you probably saw this while you were watching this epic final or any one of Leo Augsburger and Di Nenno's matches. It's the papas in the house. Yeah. Leo Augsburger's dad, Martin Di Nenno's dad, but especially Leo Augsburger's dad. If you wonder why Leo Augsburger plays with insane confidence, just look at his dad vibing and cheering Leo on through every match. Go watch what he was like against Chingotto Galán, against Stupa Lebrón, and against Coello Tapia. He's just cheering. Yeah. He's electric. His energy is contagious. And Leo's out there playing like he's absorbing all of that live. There's even some points, Leo, after he has an epic shot or an epic smash, you can see he's like vibing with his dad after the point. Like, it gives me goosebumps just to see. And for any parents at home wondering, why is there this 19-year-old who is able to have the most epic run in the history of Padel? It's because he has a father who's just believing in him and cheering him like no one else ever. It's unbelievable. I love it. It's electric. I get goosebumps thinking about it. It's heartwarming. The way they all celebrated also after that final, I was in tears. I couldn't handle it. It was just amazing, so beautiful to watch. I've never seen anything like that. I wish to be Argentinian. In my heart, I wish to have this energy. The energy that I saw from Di Nenno and Augsburger and their family and their fathers. The energy I saw in the World Cup final from Team Argentina and their fans. The energy I saw in the Messi World Cup final. This is Argentina. I love Argentina. This is amazing. Parenting 101. Just go watch the clips of his father.
No.
Oh my God.
Just imagine you're playing paddle and you win a good point. And you're probably going to be happy and cheering yourself. And then you look outside and you see your dad just jumping up and down. Oh my God, it gets
It's goosebumps. It's goosebumps. There's no other way. Augsburger brought me to tears this tournament. It's unbelievable. I've never felt this way watching a paddle match other than in the World Cup of Argentina when they came through him and Libak in that final. And I saw all of the Argentinian crowd and their team on their feet the whole match. And they were supporting them. The contrast with Team Spain was insane. Argentina, the energy is out of this world. Out of this world. Leo's dad, God bless them. God bless this family.
That's a father.
God
right
bless.
That's a father.
beautiful for me, the moment of the tournament for me, biggest winner as a father or a son. I don't know who's the biggest winner in that. It's them. They won in life. Augsburger doesn't need to achieve anything else. The only similarity I can think of is like Ben Shelton and his father, you know, in tennis, or like maybe even Steph Curry and his father. Like there's some iconic vibes there. I love it. I love it.
Oh my God.
It's always amazing to have supportive parents because they give you a lot of strength and support and juice to go through tough moments. So it's awesome to see.
Augsburger does not fear the moment. Yeah. But go look at his father and you see, look how his father's cheering, and you know why.
Yeah.
It's easy.
I loved it.
Well,
I'm going to go back, actually. I'm going to go back and just watch that celebration. And Di Nenno also and his dad, like, oh, absolutely iconic.
I loved it, guys.
All right, guys, moving to one of our more interesting segments, which is All Gucci or No Bueno. Yousef, I'm going to come to you first. All Gucci or No Bueno. Galan, Chingotto, and Ali Galan. All Gucci or No Bueno?
Look at the sirens are not going to go off after one loss. And this is a loss. I know it was a dominant loss. They got dominated by Augsburger Di Nenno, but they ended up being the champions, correct? So I know it was a bad performance from both of them, and you could even see Galan wasn't happy with his performance. And you guys went up against some red hot players. So I say all Gucci for now, Haroon. If we see this going, I don't think it's going to continue. So all Gucci, it's just one off. They're human.
What about you, Ismaeel? All Gucci or No Bueno?
No, it's a No Bueno, brother.
Really?
It's a
Come
No
on.
Bueno. Come on.
Wow.
Both Chingotto was outclassed by Di Nenno, and Augsburger was outclassed by Galan.
What does that mean?
I don't think he played better. The Di Nenno dominated, I think, that match.
No, yeah.
I think I'm not gonna panic for Galan because Galan is Galan. He's Galantico. He's another beast from another planet. But they just found a combo, a pair that can play their style of play maybe better, maybe complementing each other better. Because I like Di Nenno more. I told you guys I like Di Nenno a bit more than Chingotto. So
Di Nenno has more potential.
So it's No Bueno for me, Haroon.
Wow. Well, guys, it's all Gucci for me. These guys, they learn from their mistakes, and it's not like you have to be invincible. You can lose, and then you can become stronger. So what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I think they're all Gucci for them. All right, guys, moving on to our next one. All Gucci or No Bueno. Cardona and Tello. Yousef, all Gucci or No Bueno?
No bueno. No bueno. I told you guys this was a temporary team. They have nobody else to go to. Di Nenno left Tello in the dust, and Augsburger left Cardona in the dust, and here they are teaming up together and trying to find anything. Good. They're top players, so they're gonna compete. But this is No Bueno. I'm waiting for this team to break up. They just don't have anyone that they can go to at the moment. So No Bueno.
Well, what about you, Ismaeel?
It's nothing No Bueno.
Oh, wow.
I agree. I was very low on this team to begin with. I don't think they complement each other at all. It reminded me a lot of the partnership between Garrido and Libac, the way they don't complement each other either. There's no clear alpha for me on that team. And they're competing, to their credit, not going out in round one. But no, Haroon, this is No Bueno. They need players that complement them.
Wow, I'm against you. This is all Gucci for me. Like, you give the players some time to adjust. Like, what in the world? You jump ship if you don't win a tournament after 2 seconds? No, this is all Gucci for me, guys. I don't think this is. No need to be afraid right now. All right, moving on to Paquito and Bergamini. Ismaeel, all Gucci or No Bueno for these guys?
No, it's all Gucci for me. I don't expect them to compete for titles. So they've been doing a good job this year of reaching late stages of tournaments. I'm not going to panic because of this tournament. I like this two together. Paquito really likes the style that Bergamini allows him to play. So I like them together. No, it's all Gucci for me.
Wow, how about you?
Yeah, I would say the same. Also, like, very similar to Chingotto and Galan. They just went up against guys who are on absolute fire in Lijo and Arsi. Also, they have never faced a guy like Arsi before. So first time, it's always tricky. They've been doing good. This is a good team. They just were able to find what each person's like. Bergamini, God bless him, because he deals with Paquito and looks like he's okay with it. But this is all Gucci from me also, Haroon.
Well, guys, yeah, I agree with you. It is all Gucci for me. However, I think like after some point, Bergamini is gonna start to. He's gonna need to be more ambitious. I think he's gonna need to, like I think he peaked with Paquito, but I think it's all Gucci as a team. But I think maybe sooner or later, Bergamini is gonna have to leave him. All right.
Agreed.
Last but not least, guys, Stupa Lebrón, Yousef, all Gucci or no bueno for these guys.
I was hoping you didn't come to me first. I wanted to hear what Ismaeel had to say. Guys, I'm going to say all Gucci.
Really?
You know why? This is an extremely toxic team, and they love it. Like, they're just toxic pair, and they enjoy the toxicity they're in, and I hate you, you hate me, I'm going to swear at you, you're going to swear at me, and that's just what they are. They're toxic, and sometimes you just let them be, and that's what they are. They're the closest team that was able to beat Di Nenno and Augsburger. They took them to a final set tiebreak. So I'm going to say all Gucci. Not in normal conditions, I would say this is wrong, no bueno. But in Stupa Lebrón conditions, this is fine. They love muddy waters.
Wow. Wow. What about you, Ismaeel?
It is that's like the toxicities that coming from LeBron, but also Stupa's also a bit passive aggressive. Maybe.
Yeah,
so
no.
It's a weird dynamic. I agree about that, but for me, it's
Why is Stupa
it's
passive
still all
aggressive?
Gucci.
What does he do?
No, it's just like the post match press conference. They say like, I'm not having dinner, or we're not friends. Like just some of that talk. I don't know if there's too much to read into that, but in any case, I'm with you, Yousef. It's still for me all Gucci. Like it was a final set tiebreak. LeBron played amazing throughout this tournament.
He didn't play good that match though.
They
0 unforced errors against Momo and Sads. That's what Lobo's capable.
That was incredible.
Then he came out and gave us a stinker in the
well,
semis.
they were up a set against Augsburger,
Yeah.
and the second set, I think they both failed each other.
Which is a point because they both didn't play good. And they took them to a final set tiebreak.
Yeah, so they're good. I think
Gucci.
I think they're finding their way. I'm hanging on to this partnership, all Gucci for now.
How about you, Haroon?
Well, I said several episodes ago, I think they should blow up right immediately. If you guys recall, that's a big reveal that I made. But I think that fine, it's fine. They could stay because they're figuring it out and they're improving. But I think that they still when they face some pressure, like they did in that tiebreak, they crack and they get toxic, and when Stupa makes mistakes, it completely crumbles, and LeBron gets angry, then he plays hero ball. So then the same sort of toxic cycle happens again. Although when they're winning, Stupa's playing amazing. He's going for really a nice power, great shots, and LeBron is happy with him. But once the tough gets going, the tough gets going. It gets really bad. But I think that it's all Gucci for now, I guess. But I think they should blow up.
Only time will tell.
Well, guys, let us know. Do you guys agree with me and Ismaeel or Haroon? Who do you agree with on these all Gucci or no bueno? And do you like this segment? Well, guys, moving on to another really amazing title run. I wouldn't say title run, but final on the women's side. We have Bea Gonzalez and Claudia Fernandez taking down Gemma Triay and Delphi Brea to win the Madrid P1. Ismaeel, Delphi and Triay, they might be the number ones. But guess what Bea and Claudia do? They beat them again and again and again. They're the champions. Your thoughts on them?
Yeah, so now the head-to-head is now 5-2 in favor of Bea and Claudia. So
Exactly.
It's a bit unbalanced right now. It seems like they got their number. They also are the ex-pairs of each of Gemma Triay and Delphi Brea. So maybe there's a chip on each of those shoulders. They both didn't expect to be broken up with last year.
Yeah, they both got left. They both got dumped.
They both got dumped, and so they're coming into it with a chip on their shoulder every match, and they've gotten the best of them.
Oh my God.
So I love the revenge arc story here.
Yeah.
Also, just Bea and Claudia were more clutch today. Like 4-all in that final set. They were the more clutch, more poised team. Bea played excellent defense. They got a couple of errors. Delphi and Gemma were really uncharacteristic, unforced errors. They were tighter. They were feeling the moment. So I love the clutch gene that we're seeing emerge from Bea and Claudia, and I love to see them emerge. It's awesome.
Haroon.
Yeah,
Thoughts?
yeah. Like Spike said, that clutch gene. I think it's there. I think that chip on the shoulder is even there, even more apparent with that team since they're playing their exes, so to speak, professionally. But wow, man, how are they able to come up with this great level? I think they're low key, by the way, the better team sometimes, and I think they're
How's
yeah
it low key? 5-2.
yeah
Yeah, most of the time.
yeah, I guess so. But I think that once they start to get more consistent and crack things a bit, I think they're going to be the next world number ones for sure. Because it looks like they're young and they're enjoying themselves together. They're getting gigantic wins against the number ones and against big teams. And not only that, also they beat Martina Calvo, who is also having an insane year this year, and they were able to take them down. So that's credit to them being able to handle, some young fire as well and take them out. So I think they're becoming a really mature team. I'm impressed that they're able to come up clutch in these big matches, down a set, and then you win, beat the number ones when you feel like, wow, we have a mountain to climb. Wow, supremely impressed with these guys, and I think that they're amazing right now.
This matchup that we have, it really does come down to a few points every single time. We go the distance every time.
Yeah.
And it's by far the best rivalry we have in Padel. There's no other men or women for between these two teams. And I
Slowly not becoming a rivalry, Yousef.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, Haroon, but you make a great point. Like the fact that they're young, they're coming. Trey's on the back end. Delphi's young, but Trey's on the back end. And Bea's young. Claudia's young. This team is here to stay. And they're going to be fighting for world number one soon. The points, it's a bit of a difference now, but they're going to be coming. And, it's a great story for Bea Gonzalez. Because last year, this exact tournament, she made it all the way to the final and had to retire due to injury. And Bea Gonzalez, you could say arguably the most talented, the best player we have on tour when she's healthy. And she was healthy this time. She was able to overcome that issue that happened last year. And I guess the heartbreak, she's a champion in Madrid. Claudia Fernandez continues to rise, 19 years of age, showing us that she is a superstar and she's only going to improve. A great win. I love this team. I think it's my favorite team. I love it for them. Going into the Paris Major again, we don't know who's going to win because these women, they all show up. And sometimes this week, Brea and Triay, sometimes it's Bea and Claudia. And Ari and Paula, they're here to stay too. So an incredible week for these two amazing women. And I think it's much deserved. It's fun. It's so fun to watch. And I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. And we have a lot to look forward to now in the Paris
Quick
Major.
turnaround.
Very quick turnaround. So let's get into the Paris Major right away. Let's have a preview here of the Paris Major.
Yeah.
Guys, the draws are out. And I want to ask you, who do you like more? Which path you see fitting which player the best? Because, well, Yousef, Coello and Tapia have Stupa Lebrón on their side.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the breakdown we look for. 1, 2, 3, 4. How's it split? We have a 1-3 Stupa Lebrón, Coello Tapia, and we have a 2-4 with Yanguas Nieto, Chingotto Galán. I think everyone looks who's going to get the Coello, the Nieto Yanguas path. But to me, the path that I really do like here is Stupa and Lebrón. And I think they have a really good path here, guys, because the first seeded team they get is Garrido and Garcia. And, Garrido, where is he this year? Nowhere to be found. And then potentially they're going to get a Guerrero Leal or a Cardona Tello. So we're going to get a rematch there, which is interesting. But I favor them in both of those matches. And then you move on, semi-final, you're supposed to get Coello and Tapia. Coello and Tapia, okay, they both of you guys played against Augsburger Di Nenno. You were closer than Coello and Tapia to winning this match. So I think they're playing good paddle. They have so many positives to take away from the Madrid tournament. I think they're going to have something to say when it comes to this match against Coello and Tapia. We expect them to be there. So if you ask me, I say Stupa and Lebrón going into this next tournament, I like their path the most.
Yeah, Haroon, well, on the other side, we have Chingalan are going to get Nieto Yangos potentially if they make it to the semis.
Brutal.
Who do you like? Whose path do you like?
Definitely not that side. Definitely not the side with Chingalan and Augsburger and Yangos and Nieto and definitely not that side whatsoever, because that's just you're gonna have they're gonna have to do also another glorious and really gritty path. And I think that's going to be too hard. So best to avoid something like that. I think definitely Coello and Tapia have, it's wide open for them. And they have beaten Stupa Lebrón many times before. I think it's also good for Stupa Lebrón because now they can face the world number ones in the semis. They don't have to face anybody challenging in the quarters like that could give them some trouble. So I think that side with Coello and Tapia and Stupa Lebrón is much better, but I'm definitely favoring Coello and Tapia for that side. So they're the world number ones. They earn the right to have an easier path. So definitely that's what I think is best for them.
How will you, Ismaeel? Any path you like?
The other side of the draw I think is much tougher, but Chingalan's path to the semis and potentially final is looking quite smooth, if you ask me. They're not really going to face anyone that could ever give them problems. They've handled Paquito Berga. They would know how to get through to the semis. But it's the other quarter that's absolutely brutal because, Di Nenno and Augsburger, they're still seeded 7 going into the Paris Majors. So they're going to get Victor Ruiz and Alex Ruiz potentially in the round of 16. And then they'll have to move on to Yangos Nieto, which would be a glorious, tasty matchup to get. Yeah. Winner would get Chingalan.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward.
Both of those teams, one team beat them, the other team gives them lots of problems.
Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that match. Di Nenno, Augsburger against Coqui Nieto, and Mike Yangos would be a fun match to see. I can't wait to see how that one would play out. But a lot to look forward to in the Paris Majors.
Quick turnaround, lots of interesting storylines. Thank you, Augsburger and Di Nenno, for giving us some juice here.
Lots of juice.
Yeah. Well, guys, let's move on to my favorite segment of every single episode, and that is overreaction or not. I'm going to tell you guys something. You let me know. Is this an overreaction? Is this not? Haroon, I'm coming to you.
Yep.
Juan Lebron is the reason him and Stupa aren't having much success. Overreaction or not?
This is not an overreaction. This is fact. This is fact for sure. This is fact. Stupa Lebrón is the reason they're not having that much success. He's the one that's putting a cap on where they could go on their seating. He is raising the floor. That is true, but he's putting a cap on their seating. So he's putting them in this very elevated box. So I think, he's the reason. Stupa is trying to flourish. He's trying to adapt. He's trying to play better. But just that mental aspect where the pressure that Lebron puts on Stupa, to me, I think that's what's preventing them having more success than they should.
Good points, Ismaeel. Overreaction or not?
Haroon, those are good points, but no, I'm calling overreaction. Come on, LeBron is still LeBron. He's still a GOAT of the sport. 4 years, world number 1. He has to put the pressure on Stupa so he can break free. Yeah. Stupa's unable to break free yet. He's still caving almost. I'm not going to say caving,
but...
We're
seeing glimpses.
Glimpses. There are glimpses of hope. So, no, this is not an overreaction. This is an overreaction, no. LeBron is why they're where they are, and they need to figure it out. Yousef.
Yeah, LeBron, he has his things, but you have to deal with that. You have to deal with that, and you are dealing with it. We saw level from Stupa we haven't seen all season this past tournament. So no, I think if they're gonna get through this, they're gonna eventually win big tournaments. LeBron's gonna be a big reason as to why that happens. But Stupa needs to find his way. Yeah. Not just one good match where LeBron had a bad match, which happened in that loss to Augsburger Di Nenno, but consistently.
Yeah, let me just add, they asked Bergamini about dealing with Paquito, and he said, he's been world number 1. He's fought for big titles. He has the right to put this pressure and to feel this way. So I feel like Stupa understands the same dynamic and should respond accordingly.
Yeah, exactly.
Stupa.
Second one we have, Haroon.
Yeah.
Di Nenno and Augsburger can fight for world number 1. Overreaction or not?
It's interesting. So here's the logic. So I think, yes, technically they can because they beat the 3 best teams in the world. So by definition, they are capable of doing it. But it's going to require a lot of consistency and a lot of proving it time and time again that you're able to hang with these guys. So I'm not sure we see that yet because we have to see the consistency. They have the ceiling to go up there. They have the potential. but the consistency, I'm not sure. But I'm not gonna call overreaction on this one. I think this is a potential possibility. It could happen. So it's not an overreaction for me.
How about you, Ismaeel?
Not an overreaction. You know, I believe so much in Augsburger, and well, you know, this epic run that he just had, and the talent, the confidence, the potential. No, there's nothing I'm ever going to put beyond this man, ever. So, of course, if he wants to fight with Di Nenno, then he will fight with Di Nenno for world number 1.
They just proved, guys. They just proved what they're capable of. And, you know, Coello said he sleeps better. The fact that Cardona and Augsburger split up, surprise, surprise. A team just emerged that can actually beat you.
Yeah.
That can actually beat you. So this is not an overreaction. This team is here to stay, and they are going to be fun.
Yeah.
Next one, Ismaeel. Stupa should leave Lebron and go back and play with Maxi Arce. Overreaction or not?
This coming from the Twitterverse. Come on, guys. LeBron is still LeBron. Respect the man. He's a 4-time world number 1, all-time champion of Padel. Absolute overreaction. Nonsense. I won't even entertain it.
Haroon, how about you? Overreaction or not?
I think that this is... I think he should leave LeBron. I don't know who he should go play with. Not Maxi Arce. All respect to Maxi Arce. I loved when they played with each other, and I thought it was really electric. But Maxi Arce is going to be figured out soon. I think that he's not at that elite level yet. So I think he should play with somebody, but not Maxi Arce. So he should leave LeBron. So kind of in the middle there.
You know, the question comes back to this. Stupa, do you want to have a good time and enjoy and be happy and be the alpha, a la Galan Chingotto? Or do you want to fight for world number 1?
Yeah.
And I think Stupa wants to fight for world number 1 more than anything in his life. So he's going to deal with so much. No, you shouldn't go back to Maxi Arce. You stay with LeBron and you try as hard as you can to bring out your best so LeBron stays with you. This is an overreaction. Stupa LeBron, if it stays as is.
Thank you.
Okay, last one, guys. Overreaction or not, Augsburger and Di Nenno are the favorites for the Paris Major. Haroon.
No, man. Like, they're not the favorites. They're a great. They're gonna be maybe one of the favorites because they already did an insane achievement right now in Madrid in this last tournament. But they're not the favorites. Still, they have to earn that right because that takes consistency there. So no, they're not. They're not the favorites. This is an overreaction for me.
Ismaeel.
You know, this tournament was so magical. Like just the endorphins and the high that they're gonna be on. For that reason alone, I would say an overreaction. Not that they can't play at the level to be the favorites. Also, with Tapia potentially injured going into the Paris Major, I would have another team as the favorite. But given the fact that, you know, this is just an all-time achievement with their family watching, I'm going to call overreaction because of that. They're going to come down to earth, I think.
Yeah, I say overreaction for the only reason that they just came off of beating the world number 1, number 2, number 3, and it's such a quick turnaround. Yeah. Like the enjoyment and the excitement and the celebration, they should celebrate this win. Yeah. Go have some fun, enjoy with your family, and then Paris, they're probably not gonna have the best performance, I would say, because of the quick turnaround. Yeah,
they're probably gonna be, you know, just off the celebrations when they get to Paris.
Exactly. So I'd say the overreaction, they're not the favorites going into this one.
Yeah. Well, it is time, guys, because we are moving in to the Paris Major, and it's time to make our picks. So let's get into it. Haroon, on the men's side, who you got for the Paris title?
I'm going to shock you with this one, guys, but I'm going for Galan. Chingotto and Galan, I think, are going to lift the title on this one. I think that Galan and Chingotto are going to come with so much animosity and so much grit. So I think that they're going to lift this title in Paris.
Yousef, who you got?
I was about to go with Galan, you know, winning it in the iconic Roland Garros stadium. Okay. I'm going to go Stupa and Lebron.
Wow.
Win this major. They're knocking on the door. They've been knocking. I think they showed me some glimpses of greatness this past tournament. I don't fully believe it, but I'm going to go with it. Stupa and Lebron take this one.
Awesome. Well, guys.
Go, take the team we know you're going to take.
My heart, in my heart, I want to pick Augsburger and Di Nenno, but I just told you, they're going to have to come down from that high.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to back the champs. I'm going Coello and Tapia, baby. I'll see it when I believe it. These guys, they're going to bounce back. I have them winning this one.
You tricked me. I thought you were going to go with Augsburger Di Nenno because you said the champs. Well, the champs, as it stands right now, the champs are Di Nenno and Augsburger.
Yeah, I mean the champs of last season.
You mean the kings, the champs, the best to ever live.
Yeah, the goats, essentially, of Padel.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's move on to the women's side. Haroon, who you got for the Paris Major on the women's side?
This is my last chance. I'm going for a Hail Mary here. I'm going for Paula Jose Maria and Ari Sanchez. To me, this is not only my final pick. I think this is going to be the big test for them before they decide whether they can blow up or not and change partners. But I'm going for them. I believe that this is something that they could turn around and they can lift the title in Paris.
All right, interesting. Yousef, who do you got?
You are right, Haroon. They're in very, very testy waters right now. I'm going to go with the champs that just won this tournament, Bea Claudia, my favorite team on tour. I say they back their win up and they go on and win the major.
There we go.
Give me Bea and Claudia.
Okay,
Yep.
okay. Well, guys, let me throw another team into the mix. I'm taking Geometry and Delphi Brea.
Nice.
Let's see. I think they're the world number ones for a reason. They know how to bounce back. Most consistent team all year. Bea and Claudia haven't proven that. So let's see. I have them winning this title, baby.
Yep.
Wow.
Always the three-headed monster.
It's an awesome rivalry. It's fun.
It is.
It's fun.
It is.
It's fun. Drop your comments here, guys. We're going to be reading them all. And if you like that, you're really going to enjoy our recent interview with the Deus brothers. It was awesome. These are the world number 20, the world number ones of Portugal, bronze medalists at the World Cup. These guys start off as coaches and they reach the top of Premier Padel. Anyone who's looking to up their Padel game or learn what it takes to be a pro or to reach the top levels, the levels of Padel, you're going to really enjoy that interview. They were so insightful, so fun and funny, may I add. And if you like that interview, go check out our other recent interview with Coach Nacho Porto. So many cool insights there about improving your paddle game, the psychology of a paddle player, how to work best with your teammate. So interesting, you're gonna love it. Nacho is hilarious as well. We think you're gonna enjoy it. Let us know in the comments when you do check it out. And follow and subscribe so you can get all your paddle content here. And we'll see you right after the Paris Major.
Vamos, vamos, vamos!